You are all I long for. crew on this flight. And we got a co-pilot here tonight too. You know all, ladies and gentlemen.
Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I wish for, all I wish for, and I adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
Alright, should be coming up. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I'm thinking about a lot of things. I'm thinking that we want to maybe start planting over here, because it could be a lot more stable, because we could control the flow of water and basically entirely stop bad tides from affecting us. But in order for our irrigation channels, I think we want 3 tiles of depth that are manipulatable. So like this one, and this one, and then have the farms be on that level. Yeah? Yeah, something like that. So let's compare how this... So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 from the peak of the ridge down to what we want. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the level we want, I think. But if it's that high, it's not really going to work. There's not enough land mass. So maybe we'll have to be a little bit more stingy. I'm curious though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is actually the 0 ground. That's interesting. I guess for now, let's get it started. We want to expand the tree a little bit because the wood is not quite keeping up. But we need to also expand our farms because we have kind of moved them away from over here. The production has lowered quite a bit. We're not producing enough. So we're trying to expand this a little bit. Explosive production is coming along. Same with extract. I think we might switch over to the adult pods soon. Nice, nice. This is almost ready. We do need to get those as well. Yes, yes. I should be correct. I don't want to build stairs up to them just to blow them apart, you know? The secondary causeway is also coming along nicely, but I think just the quantity of builders and the amount of wood it needs is our main bottleneck here. Looks like the additional farms are starting to come online. Do we have any others planned? Maybe we should. Alright. Big explosion. Nice. Okay. Quite a bit more work for a forester to do. Oh. Need to make sure we're expanding the cutting area. Bad type. Okay. Okay, that is not ideal. Science points coming along. Yeah, we're out of scrap, but hopefully this will drain soon. We're still a little short on food. I think we need to re-expand the food supply. Yep, that's spreading again. I think we'll put in a third forester. just because this area is a little too big for this one alone to maintain, it seems. Needed this. Nice. Ooh. Okay. mostly just bottlenecked by wood now. So, next best thing we could do would be to find ways to improve wood production. Okay, that's good. That means that won't just kill all our trees we just planted. What else? What else? We do need to improve food a little bit, but I need wood to build more farms, so wood. What can we do? We could expand over here. But we'll need to blow it all down. Oh, nice. Thanks for the raid, Decia Brute. Wait, not triple. Goddamn. Double. So, were you guys also playing Timberborn?
Signor Mayor.
The Beaver Rome, the same one, or is it a different one? All right. With the new polluted water, I think it's kind of fun. Yeah, I think it'll be really nice once I get this source tamed. I'm going to use it for quite a bit of constant power, because these never shut down even in droughts. It's a little rough, but it wasn't so bad after you stabilize a little bit. Especially, there's kind of an interesting thing with the purity, because there's so much more water in this one than in this one. This one gets completely tainted in a bad tide, but this one is actually able to maintain mostly, so it only gets about like 2 tiles of pollution, and the freshness, I guess, maintains, it only drops back a couple tiles. So this one isn't so bad. This one pretty much almost entirely dies about 2 days into a bad tide, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Yeah, oaks are better, but the problem is that they kept dying in the bad water. So you're basically forced into a faster growing tree because the oaks go through about two droughts in their normal growth cycle, and if even one of them is a bad tide, they get completely just destroyed. I did want to try moving on to corn, but I'm having trouble maintaining, I can't remember what it was. I think they needed also wood, and I'm having trouble maintaining those. Yeah, I haven't, I'm not sure if I want to try to capture this because of the depth. My thought process was that I can start building. I drained this. It took like 15 cycles, quite a while. But my thought was that I can put in a bit of a dam here and then only drain over when the water is totally pure, and then have like a water reservoir over here and then build everything over here. That's kind of my long-term current goal, but I just need to get wood stable right now. And it really sucks that we can't use oaks because they're so much better. But pines work. I just need to plant a lot more of them. Alright, cool. Cambium, yes, it does limit it, but it also limits how far the freshness will reach, which is why I haven't bothered doing that. Alright, thanks for the raid. Let's unpause these now that these are starting to grow. Okay. So it sounds like some of the viewers have also handled bad tides. Do you guys go for bots, or do you... I've been kind of brute forcing it with suspension bridges. Kind of expensive, but I think it's easier than getting bots like this. Remember, this one was full up to the top, but I've been able to bring it down slowly over time just by blowing this wider. And I'll have to eventually expand the suspension bridges down to blow the rest of this. But it takes quite a bit of wood. Yeah, I've done similar things with, I've got 2 big water tanks now. Yeah, I thought about just sending in some beavers and just letting them die, I guess. I mean, I think I could build, I think we've got enough extract now. We could actually use decontamination pods. But it seems... Maybe that would be better. Just have them run in and... Well... Yeah, I think the bad water adding to power potential is pretty huge for late game builds now. But it definitely is the tainting in the early game. Put me in a death spiral almost a while ago, because my beavers were producing just barely not enough food. Yeah, but they were just barely producing not enough food, so as soon as food got produced, my water pumpers would leave to go eat, and they weren't producing enough water, so nobody was getting enough food or water. And it dropped my population from like 60 down to like 17, and I barely pulled out of it. So I think the bad water is a decent challenge for people who don't really know about it, but once you get used to it, it's not so bad. I think definitely on this map in particular, it was a little rough because your growing area is so heavily limited, and there's basically nowhere you can grow that won't be tainted until you've put like a lot of effort into infrastructure. Like, I think probably if you were trying to speedrun it, the earliest area that you could really nicely control would be this one. Because as soon as you get the metal, if you make a place that you can drain this into, then with just this floodgate, you can have an area that stays entirely pure. But this one has really not very much land mass to it. So you end up wanting... I think this one had the most in the beginning, but it's being tainted by this one from the beginning. So there's... This map in particular, I think, really handles the new challenge well. But I just kind of stumbled onto it. I used to like this map quite a bit, and I haven't played it in a while, so I wanted to play it again. I didn't realize quite how difficult the bad water would be when I first started on this map. But I'm just doing this just to get even a tiny bit more growing area. So I'd like to expand a lot of my production quite a bit, because when I build the district down here, it's going to have to be subsidized for a long time before it is actually self-sustaining, because I'm going to have to build in irrigation and everything. Okay, let's get these farms moved. How are we doing on food? Yeah, we have enough of a buffer. We can move these farms. Okay. Start putting in farms again. There, there. now should be functional. I gotta figure out. I think I want to move my housing district to here so that it's closer to all the storages. But I need a lot of wood because I'm gonna have to platform it. Oh, I can pull these out. Yeah, we've got enough blueberries. We can start working on this part too. Okay, what do we want to do over here? I don't really have the wood, so I guess we'll ignore that for now. Something like that. But this is kind of the plan for over here. I'm going to try to level this all down and then raise this up a little bit and put a bunch of wheels in. Looks like this is all done. Big explosion. Okay. Probably should have done around the sides before I blew that up. Oh well. How far around do we want this to go? Maybe there. Yeah, that's reachable. Okay. Goodness gracious. This really doesn't produce as much wood as I'd like. If I had even half this in oaks, I would just have more wood than I would know what to do with. Perfect, all still reachable. Nice, nice. Let's back up. Should probably pause these just so that these berries even get picked up. Nice, that's all done. Pull this back more. Maybe one more? One more? Is that still reachable? Okay, should be. I think we're out of explosives, so now we're down to production. Yep, that's unfortunate. Probably. Nice, nice. So now that we're basically just stabilizing and growing, and there's not really much to talk about or much to do, what are you guys up to, I guess? Trying to stay engaging. You watch streams at work? What do you do? Air quality engineer. So do you set up like air purifier systems, or is it more complicated than that? Oh, nice, nice. Well-being is kind of fun to go on eventually, but I like to cheese it with just monuments for the most part. Once I get a proper housing district set up so the buildings aren't just all over the place, I can put in decorations and roofs and stuff. I am apprehensive about putting in any of the water-based ones until I have a proper, permanently pure source. Nice. Do boilers tend to put out air pollution? Wouldn't it mostly just be, well, I guess depending on what they're burning, huh? Yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. A lot of the modern ones are probably natural gas, aren't they? Or some type of oil, I would assume. Do they still allow coal? Oh, yeah, fair enough. Sawdust. Ooh, that could... I guess not just sawdust, but They probably sell the sawdust, or at least some of it. Oh, so they generate for themselves? Are they one of the ones that's out in the boonies then? Oh, so just because they can, not because they need to then. Yeah, I know a lot of oil refineries. They go pretty hard into generating their own power just because I think they don't like to pay for the power when they can burn some of their byproducts instead of having to transport and deal with the byproducts. So this is going to take quite a while now that we're down to just production. Well, we're gonna need a new scrap source soon. That one's running pretty low. I think all the other sources are very rough to get to. That one might be the easiest, but it's all bad water. Still not really stable on wood. Goodness. Good God. Where's it all going? Oh, the causeway, probably. This one took so much wood. If I wasn't able to get away with a couple cheeky oaks early on, this thing would have just been horrible. Really, really bad. I think it's the first 5 cycles or so. You won't get bad tides. So I had some oaks in here. But then when the first bad tide came along, it killed most of them. Yeah, I've got 2 of them up. Getting a decent amount of planks. The biggest problem though is just the logs. I'm interested. I'm gonna have to redo all my math, but the advanced breeding pods, I think, are kind of like really cool that you can just output fully grown beavers. I'm curious though whether it ages them like automatically, or if it spawns adult age 0 beavers, because that basically changes the calculation whether it's the same as a breeding pod for population sustainability, or whether it's like quite a bit better. Okay, all the farms are back up. We've got a little bit of a problem though, I think, where these central farms are idle too much. Because all these farms are set to prioritize planting. I'm curious if maybe I should be mixing them a little bit. So that, like, maybe this one we should prioritize harvesting. And then maybe... But then this one can only barely reach. I don't know. Not sure. But I think it's almost to the point where these guys are idle sometimes. And that is not efficient. Whoop, bad tide coming in. All our trees are gonna die. That sucks. We were barely starting to stabilize too. Well, I think we can blow that. Nice. And then I think we can start pulling the road back. Quite a bit, I think. Maybe back to there. Yeah, that's still reachable, looks like. Yeah, bad tides are a little rough because they last afterwards. Especially this one lasts for a long time because it's so deep that it takes a while to filter out. This one, it gets polluted very quickly. Like before even the end of a bad tide, it'll be almost completely polluted water. But after a bad tide, it flows so quickly that it only takes a couple days to repurify. But this one, a back-to-back bad tide, it never even has enough time to completely purify. What do we want to do? We want to try to... Yeah, we can maximize the land. That is safe to delete. Yeah. Okay, that should be all that's safe to delete for now. I have not quite gotten the grasp on how exactly the water physics in this work. Like a lot of the times when I try to set up any of the major power dams, I end up with problems where the water overflows, even when I only put one set of water wheels per level. So I think the flow restriction is still the most confusing part to me, especially with the large water wheels. Okay, probably time to turn those back on. And I can connect a little more. Oop. Too far. Still too far? Interesting. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, you can see it start to spread when you have the water turned off. The color's a little hard to tell, honestly, until it gets to this point where it's just like that deep, pure red. with this one. See, it spreads a lot slower, and it never spreads as far, but it sticks around a hell of a lot longer. Just the depth of the water source, I guess. But this one, especially, it's a little annoying, because it's gonna, see, look, already killing trees. Before we're halfway through, it'll be out to here, but it'll pull the water back to like here. So you get like a thin ring of trees that keep growing, and then by the end, those are dead too. It seems that as long as it is flowing, and so because the water sources are relatively central in here, it seems that it's kind of weird the way how the contamination has locality, because I'm not quite sure how that would even work with their water system, but obviously it is working. But in this one, at least, it is able to purify itself eventually. I did try this one. Once I blocked this off pretty early on, but it still had mostly bad water, and then I tried to flow back this into here to help purify it out, but it just was not, like, at all purifying. So I ended up just blocking this and letting it drain. But it's kind of curious. I'm not quite sure how the locality of the corruption works. See, look, it's starting the ring. Not quite sure how the locality of the corruption works, or the pollution. But it is obviously doing it, somehow. Ooh, nice, this causeway is almost done. I would like to tame this one. I think this would be the easiest. Because of how shallow it is, I could just lower this a little bit, and then I could control these water sources. But it is concerning working with the sources, with the bad tides. I don't want my beavers getting polluted quite yet. But yeah, this one, you see, it kills a little bit out, but not nearly as bad as this one. And near the end of the bad tide, you'll see the real difference. This one will have nothing growing, but this one will still be mostly good. Thought I put that in there. Oh, they got that done. So do the depth gauges tell you the pollution percentage? Ah, it does. Okay, interesting. Does coffee feed them? Or is it just a mood booster? Coffee might be interesting to make a colony that just survives entirely off of coffee. But yeah, pretty much the whole thing dies. But then over here, I think it goes one more tile in before the end, but then it sticks around a hell of a lot longer. Folktails. I like Irontails a lot more, just for the large water wheel. Where is it? There it is. Just for these, I like them a lot more. I don't know I feel like the large water wheel at this point should be on both of them, because there's no particular reason why I think the iron teeth would be better at water wheels. Oh yeah, that's like really easy. Like you can, if you're controlling a source. So this one, once I get it done, the plan is to do 2 water wheels per water level and raise it up as high as I feel like, up down to the end, and then just 1 on each side. And this one will probably hit close to about, because there's 2 sources, if they're about the same as normal sources, which is hard to tell, then they'll easily do about 1200 horsepower each wheel for every single level of water. If these are stronger sources, then this will probably be too constrained and it'll probably overflow. Which will be annoying, but it won't be the end of the world, because I'm going to test it first by blowing out this and then just having this shallow dam so that I can reclaim some of this area. I think the metal, and also I want to maybe do housing here. But if possible, I want to blow this out so that I can plant more. And then I'm not quite sure where I want to do housing, but I need to set up real housing soon instead of this mess that I just kind of did with whatever space was available. But yeah, see, it's out 1 more. But this will be about its limit. I guess the depth. But then this one, yeah, just totally fucked. See? It's almost as red as over here. It's probably like 90% plus. But then this one is maybe like 70, 60% corrupted, polluted. This area has potential, but it being the outlet for this one makes it annoying. I could maybe do something here, but lots of options. Never enough wood. But yeah, I think now that the iron teeth have a lot more going on, I really feel like the large water wheel should be given to both factions, because what is more beaver than the giant water wheel? Especially, I think maybe the engine, because I'm using the engine here just because having anywhere that you can put a water wheel is such a kind of a pain in the butt. Like, the original candidate was here, but if I have a water wheel here, that means I'm polluting this source, so I can't, like. And then over here, you could maybe put one, but the base shape is so bad. Like, I could put one there and one there, but the actual production from this would probably not be very good, and it might even cause this to start overflowing, just because of how constricted this already is. Ah, well, my solution to that, in the beginning, I was just using a ton of beaver wheels. But yeah, I didn't necessarily rush metal just because I wanted to see what the pollution would do first. So I just was kind of doing like a normal, basic, slow start, and then eventually I got engines. But in the beginning, I was just kind of in this space here. Had 1 plank and 1 gear, and then just beaver wheels. And then I think I got my metal thing set up like here. No, it was like here before I blew this out, with 4 beaver wheels for the smelter. Oh yeah, yep. 4 beaver wheels on a smelter. These guys, I could probably pause one of these, I guess. Well, I don't need the labor. I don't know what other people do, but because the population tends to fluctuate a little bit, I like to set up a bunch of extra builders' huts with low workforce priority, so that I can fluctuate, what is it, like... So these are the ultra low, and then these are just low. But I guess that's 5 times 4, so 20. So my workforce can populate or fluctuate 20 and be fine. I think we're honestly at the point where we could use a second hauling post, but if I do that, our builder workforce would just be destroyed. So I'm not going to. But yeah, on this map, water wheels. I mean, there's potential here, but it would be a little rough. Huh. Yeah, as you can see, this one, which was almost totally polluted, is relatively pure now. But this one is basically the same. Pulled in one. Well, this one's almost done. Nice, nice. So after we get this done, I think our next major project is over here. Just getting this hooked up. Once this is done, this tree is going to be such a pain in the ass. Because I don't necessarily... Maybe I can do this. Can they reach it from the suspension? No, they can't. I think I'm going to have to kill one beaver to get rid of this tree. Yeah, I think that's probably what needs to happen. As far as I understand, the mechanical pump won't filter, right? What was your plan? Because it'll just pump both of them? Or does it pump only one at a time? Oh, so there's an option in it, so you can have it filter. That's cool. Is there a benefit to that over... If it's isolated, does it need to be pumping dirty water out? little bit of a toxic waste spill there. I think I just made more pumps than I needed. Ah, fair enough. Oh, one of our beavers was contaminated. Hang on, why are there so many contaminated? What the hell? Why did 5 of them get contaminated? Did they all just dive into the contaminated water as soon as they could? Good God. Okay, I guess we should build one shower. Yeah, that should be fine. Oh wait, it needs horsepower. God damn. Can't put it there then. We could try and put it back there somehow, but we'd have to build over to it. What do we want to do? It's only 5. Yeah, they'll be fine. I wonder why 5 had to go for 1 tree. Oh, they don't have a bar for the contamination. That's interesting. It's just a notification. But yeah, so you can see this one is already totally purified again, and then this one is still polluted. This is coming along nicely. I think we can probably start planting over here now. Yep, still in reach. Nice, nice. Still. Something like that. Down to the last little bit over here. Too bad that there's nothing really to do over here. I guess I could start chopping. Get a little more wood that way. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Nice, nice. Just a drought. Our wood supply might have enough time to recover. There we go. Second causeway is done. Nice. Interesting, so they're like a different type of beaver. They just eat and drink, looks like. I wonder if I can move only contaminated beavers over to its separate district. Okay, so now this is our main project. I think we could probably... Oh wait, they wanted treated plagues, I think, for the advanced pods. Oh wait, yeah they do. I need to rebuild our industry area a little bit if we want to swap over to those. workforce back a little bit while we wait for those contaminated beavers to die. Or maybe. The district crossings aren't free anymore. That's unfortunate. Maybe I don't need to, actually. Maybe I can just not. Yep, there we go. Yeah, it's a bit inhumane, but they didn't need 5 of them to chop down one tree, so it's kind of their fault too. I guess we'll at least watch them. Looks like they will drown, dehydrate first. They'll die of thirst. Seems like it's probably not the best idea to try to manually do things with the beavers in bad water, because there's a few too many steps to most construction projects. Like if I wanted to blow this out, I'd have to build stairs and lay explosives through the whole area, and the in and out of the stairs and the explosives would probably contaminate like all of my builders and suppliers. So unless you made like a separate district and just assigned those workers to it, maybe that could be doable. So they've got, what, 3 days to finish everything, but even then, it's a little sketchy. How's our workforce doing? Just recovering a little bit. that's why they're not being built. It's because they're low priority. Minus 32. I wonder if it's even possible to get it. No, that's probably the lowest possible well-being that you can have is minus 32. That's crazy. Why is this polluting? What? Where is that even coming from? It's a drought, not a... Interesting. Interesting. I wonder if the pollution in water evaporates slower than normal water, so the low pollution that was left is rising in density and repolluting things. I think this will be the day. Rip beavers. Yep. No, hunger's getting him. Oh, there goes the body. Looks like hunger will get all of them. Yep, got that one. Wagon Sock, the last survivor. Looks like it doesn't let them die while they're sleeping. That's interesting. Okay, that problem is solved. Nice, nice. This is coming along. Okay, so the wood supply is finally relatively stabilized, but we don't have the builders to use it. That's funny. It's funny how that works. Always seems to work out just like that. Okay, what do we want to do? No, we need to get this done before we can... Well, we could rebuild the population center. No, we do need to get that done because I want to grow when I rebuild that, so we'll need more farms, and we'll need to kind of redo a lot of this. Be safe to turn these back on. Yeah. Almost. I really want to detonate it, but we'll wait until they're done. So that's curious. They just built that from down here. But I've been having a lot of trouble trying to get them to build explosives up, because they used to do it. But in this new update, see this? He's doing it. But I'm pretty sure if I destroy this, they won't. But it's really curious. I've been having some trouble getting them to build down too. Like on stairs, apparently now they won't build to the sides at all. Or even diagonals sometimes. I'm pretty sure they used to be able to in older versions, unless I'm going insane. Like, they used to be able to build off the sides of stairs. They will still build directly forward off stairs, and directly forward off stairs this way, it seems. But I'm pretty sure they used to be able to build off the sides of stairs. Especially, like... So over here, when I was blowing this out, this part was a major pain in the butt, because they wouldn't build off the sides of these stairs at all. And I'm pretty sure they used to. I had to, like, build temporary stairs all through here, just to get this part leveled down. And I'm curious if I'm just going crazy, or if they did used to build off the sides of stairs. Alright, time for the big explosion. Which end should I start from? What do you guys think will be better? Or the middle? I think down here might be better. No input? Alright, I'm gonna go. Nice, especially to watch the fertilizing come through. Okay. Do that. Select it. Pines, and then need to build the road. Another forester, maybe I want it to overlap. I think those two there handle that fine, so no, we don't want it to overlap, so maybe over here. That can handle most of its area. This can handle that. More tree cutters. 3 should be plenty to start. I'm thinking to put a bridge across here somewhere, but I'm not sure if we want it to be in line with the district or just kind of placed wherever. I guess, since it technically doesn't matter, we might as well go in line with the district. But anyways, the thought process behind that is that minimum cover the maximum area with a single district, because inter-district logistics are slightly annoying until you're absolutely like forced to use multiple districts. Probably safe to pause these now. That wood is a lot more stable. And we really just need more builders to use the wood. So, pause. I think we can get away with that. Oh, it actually can't reach all the way over there. That is going to be a problem. What to do, what to do. I think I can maybe do this. Yeah, that can cover the whole area. Then maybe we'll take that one down, I'm not sure. We'll leave it up for now though, because it's only a loss once we cash out, you know? I wonder if we can... We probably could reclaim this scrap relatively easily. Do levees leak through corners? I don't remember if they do or not. Oop, realized I had my mic off. Oh, this is done. Why is that random blueberry dead? And it won't let me fix it? Yeah, I wonder why that one was dead. Okay, that is done, which means I can do. I'd like to get a couple more explosives factories up, but my building space is so limited until I can expand down into here. Alright, see you later, Cam Bam. Looks like the storm is picking back up again, so if I randomly drop out, it's probably because of that. Gonna turn my sound up a little bit. Let me know if it starts back feeding into the mic. We got our first rain, snow, hail, thunder storm mix of the year over here, so it's a little loud on my end right now. I think the storm at least is not feeding through onto the mic. Oh, is this done? Okay, so we can start... Oh, that's curious. When they build these, it seems like it sometimes pops up the bad water, and I wonder if that's possible to taint them. But for now, explosion time. What we want to do is right through... Here, I think. Yeah, 4 tiles, yep. Take some of our triple dynamite right through there. Looks like our... And I think we can still do it on that. Then this one is down to be double dynamite. Single. Yep, something like that. once we get this done, it'll stop flooding over the edges, and it'll only be through here. We're gonna have to go down a bit more. And we have to go out a bit more because there's this level here, which means it won't actually go down any further than this unless we go out. That should be fine for now. But yeah, as you can see, this is an incredibly expensive project when each one of these bridges is 60 wood. Not to mention all the platforms. Looks like this one is almost ready. We'll do this one. And then this big one. Yep. Now that'll take away all that overflow. It's coming through here, ripping through there. Also, it seems like the explosion may be backfed onto the mic. So I guess I'll turn the mic off for future explosions. But yeah, that's a lot more dramatic, I guess. How much it spreads out now instead of all the gaps. Rest of our explosions are coming along. We'll do this one. And this one. Now this one. get those lined up at least, so it's a little easier to get down in there and put the explosives down. Now this one. Oh, looks like the explosives are not being worked on for whatever reason. We are going to need to put in new bad water pumps somewhere else. Maybe over here. Something like that should work. Yep. Okay, explosion time again. Nice. That was fun. Okay, we can start lowering this area too. Well, we really gotta get more explosives up and running. What do they need? Just bad water? And then how much horsepower? 150. So what is 150? Looks like we're doing fine on scrap. Centrifuge doesn't even need to run. And this is actually coming along very nicely. I think our current rate of production is pretty good. One thing that's disappointing still is the explosives, I think. But I need more workforce if I want to noticeably expand our explosives production. Maybe I can do this too. Just let them go that way, I guess. Okay, drought. Nice, nice. Won't hamper wood too much. Yeah, they're coming to work. Wonder if it's specifically working with explosives that causes lots of injuries, even though if you actually explode them, they just die. Okay, explosives time. It seems to happen a lot when they're placing down explosives, though. Ramper... Rinses? Ramper rinses? Yeah, I'm not sure. I think the wiki is fairly outdated most of the time. And it could just be the way I see it, but like whenever I get the alert is mostly when they're placing down explosives. So I wonder if it's just every single time they interact with explosives in any way, they have a chance to get injured. Okay, starting to run low on wood again, so let's turn some of these back on. And then maybe it's time to start up over here. We'll see. I think it's kind of badass how red it is. It does have me a little... I'm curious to see what they're planning to do in the future, because the polluted water is kind of more like direct adversity against the player than I expected they would do. So I'm curious to see what their like next steps are, or if like polluted water is like the end of their plan for ramping up difficulty. It definitely makes the early game a lot more interesting, I think, the polluted water. And I feel like it might make late game more interesting. But in mid game, it's kind of just a hassle, like right now. Like, it's not difficult to deal with. It just takes time and resources. Maybe that's just because I don't like bots. Maybe that's the big thing. I know I probably could have bots by now if I had pushed down the path towards them, but I don't know. I don't really like bots. See, I wonder if this bridge is even worth building when it's just that much more in. I mean, to an extent, it's just more resources. Because if I had bots, I could do all this with just a couple stairs. Instead of each of these suspension bridges that cost 60 wood. Like when I take this down, I'm gonna have so much wood I won't even know what to, it won't fit in my storages, is the funny thing. And like I'm already, I think from here to here I could take it down and it wouldn't even, because this part is done. But I'm gonna have quite a bit of wood once I take this down. But I guess the initial investment in avoiding bots is a lot higher, but your overall cost I don't think is that much different. Takes 10 days in the decontamination pod. That's pretty crazy. I just have been avoiding it for the most part. It is true, though, that there probably should be consequences for walking on a contaminated ground, if you think about it. But then that doesn't really matter, because then I would just do even more platforms so they don't have to walk on it. I think the in-world sources are kind of interesting as a concept. I think the bad tides are a better implementation of increased difficulty than the in-world sources. Especially with the way the in-world sources permanently flow. Because I think that will basically really, really trivialize power late game compared to even how it normally is. Because normally my understanding is that you would, you can make an infinite loop with the pumps, the powered pumps, to just generate infinite amounts of power. But it takes a lot of, you have to build a bunch of those pumps and a bunch of the big water wheels and stuff. But with this, I won't even have to build any pumps. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I haven't built any of the decontamination pods yet because they need treated planks. And my current industrial sector doesn't have room for adding treated planks. Explosives are almost ready again. Alright, here we go. Let's do it from the other side this time. Now that should drop the level quite a bit. But it is flowing like crazy for now while it's got all that back pressure. Oh yeah, look at that. You can see it going down. But the flow rate is just crazy. Yeah, it's staying 2 blocks tall all the way out to here. Yeah, exactly. The fact that it needs power is the whole reason I didn't build one when a couple of my beavers got contaminated. It would be nice if they would add in like a late game like metal and maybe treated planks or way to transfer power in the ground that you can build like under buildings or something. I mean, I guess you can. There's ways to get around it by putting it power underneath a single tall platform, but then raising it back up needs another tile or 2 tiles to connect it to the building. But if it was able to connect directly up into buildings, I think that would be a nice thing to have. Yep, so these are out of water now, so we're on storage until... I guess these are never going to be in water again, so there's no need for them. But we need to get this online. Well, it's not just that it doesn't push verticality. There's some instances where verticality is actively discouraged. Like, when you're trying to build... So, a big part of the problem with the way this game does stairs for verticality, where you can't have corner stairs at all in any way, means that if you have a difference of 1 height, it actually takes a larger footprint than stairs for a difference of 2 height. Because you have to be able to... So if I had 1, and then 1, and then 1, I would actually need to expand this out even further because you need to be able to come off of one stair onto each level. But when you have every other level, it's actually easier, because then you don't need to have an additional way to get off at every single level. So it's not even just... I think we need some form of corner stair in order for... Even if the corner stair takes 2 tiles to work, so maybe like it covers 2 tiles, but it goes around like that. Even if we had a stair that could do that, where it only goes up 1, but it goes around like that, that would be huge for making verticality more functional. There's just a couple problems with the way stairs are implemented that makes verticality kind of a pain in the ass. I mean, I definitely use it, and I'm going to use it when I rebuild my residential district, but there's just a couple things they could do that would make it so much nicer. Okay, how much farther does that need to go down? At least 3. And then... how much exactly, though? Looks like maybe 6. Yeah, so that's perfect. And then double. And then single. Nice. Nice, nice. Okay. Like on this map in particular, verticality would be huge, but you never really have the wood to build enough platforms to make it work, because your planting space is so limited. Like most of this planting space I had to level down. It was all higher stuff. I mean, if anybody's played Beaver Rome, they know your planting space is so... Like, this is your best... I haven't touched this area yet, and this was my original planting area. Because this is like your largest contiguous piece of land right here, and you can see that's like piddly. Like, I couldn't even support... I could support maybe half my population with this amount of living space. So there's some issues with the way they want you to play the game, but then the way you're optimally forced to play the game and stuff like that. But it's still a fun game. And they're working on stuff, so it is what it is. But then, I mean, so this is probably technically somewhat of an exploit, sort of, in that you probably shouldn't be able to avoid building bots with bridges like this. But if you couldn't do stuff like this, then there are certain things that would just be like utterly ridiculous to do if you couldn't build down or up and stuff. So there's drawbacks and everything. It's unfortunate, but I guess part of the motif that a lot of the Iron Teeth progression is locked behind power. Like, I can't really do any better food until I have more, because everything in all their better food production uses power. Like the food factory. I built one of these earlier, like over here or something. But then I didn't notice that it needed power. And I thought about putting wheels on it, but I don't think it would be more efficient enough that the wheel losses would be worth it. See, I think they don't want to do corner stairs because I think they think at least that almost any way of implementing it would be a little bit too much of a cop-out. But it would be, I think any way of implementing it would give us so many more options than we have right now that it would be amazing. Like, even if it's... So, the reason I said the 2 tiles was because that would still make your footprints like 10 times smaller than they have to be now. And it wouldn't be like massively more efficient than the single stairs is the big thing. And even if we don't have corner stairs, actually, if we had double tall stairs, that would also do it. Like maybe stairs and ladders or something. Or like elevators, that's another thing. I think people have mentioned that like there should be powered elevators. And I think that would be really interesting. But also kind of annoying because you can see the beavers, like they just run. They don't queue up at an elevator, so that could be an interesting mechanic if they had to queue. But yeah, corner stairs would be sweet. But I don't know that they'll add corner stairs for a while. I think the devs kind of don't like the idea. Because I get what they're trying to do with the single stairs, but it makes verticality so kind of difficult. Because you end up having to add like 9 or 10 tiles of movement just to go up a level. I think the devs are worried about corner stairs being overpowered, though. But I don't think they would use the word overpowered. I think they'd call it something different. I think they would say that it simplifies issues too much. And that's theoretically possible, because you can see that in, like, sometimes the issues are what makes the game fun. So optimizing things too much can be bad, but you have to strike a balance, I feel. Okay, explosion time. Yeah, that's cool to watch the wall of water surge forward. See, I don't know about prioritizing, because unless the way they're handling movement is really janky, I don't see why they couldn't put in corner stairs over, like, not even a couple days worth of work to put in corner stairs. So I don't know about prioritizing. I think it is like a balance thing that they're concerned about. Okay, if we want to go any lower, we're going to be in trouble because we don't have the dynamite stocked up. So it'll take a very long time. But we don't necessarily need to go any lower to start most of the projects that we wanted to. We can finish this up later when we're ready to start actually building the full dam and putting in the water wheels to have this be our new major power source, generating like 20,000 horsepower, some crazy shit over there. Corner stairs? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's necessarily difficult to implement. Like, the only reason it could be difficult is if their pathing system can't handle it for some reason. But I assume it would be able to handle it. And then it's funny that we got this area drained before we managed to build the dam around this to be able to get to that. And we don't even need more scrap metal, I don't think. Yeah, this area hasn't even run out yet. Okay, so now we have a lot of options. We can continue building on this district now that we have this free territory. Or we could start working on the next district. I am relatively torn, because either way we need a crap ton of explosives. Because if we want to level this down so that it's easy to build, we need a crap ton of explosives. And then if we want to flatten this so that we can farm better, we need a crap ton of explosives. So I think maybe we should expand the industrial area. Maybe just throw up something quick and ghetto just down here. Quick and dirty. It's kind of frustrating that they're not able to... There should be metal block storage. Yeah, there should be. But they're not putting this away. Actually, let's come check on this. This should consume those metal blocks. Okay, yeah, no, we just need to throw up something quick and dirty. Maybe down here. Down here, more flat. How much do the... What is it? Bad tide? Yeah, bad tide. We should be fine. So this is our new source of bad water. Maybe up here then instead? So these take 150. And then these output 400. So what is... That's 800 divided by 150. Like 5 with a little extra. Let's see what we can do. One, two. One. Let's see if this... Yeah, we can probably get away with this. Oh, maybe not quite. Maybe that we can get away with. Yeah, that we can get away with. That there. There. It doesn't need to be offline. Okay. Three, four, five. Actually, wait. Yeah, that's way more expensive than just doing a single. And just do something like that. Yeah, that's way better. Since we're here. Let's explode that. Nice, nice. Those are up. We may want more with how much we're expanding the explosives. Okay, that should work. Probably should have done that a while ago, honestly. Ah, this one. Expand the growing area a little bit. Alright, here we go. Not as dramatic, but still fun. I wonder if it lowering their productivity isn't working, because it doesn't look like it's any slower, actually. That could be concerning. Maybe that's a bug that'll be fixed, which means I might need a lot more water pumps. But hopefully this is enough to tide us over through any bad tides, anyways. Wait, do these not need workers to function? Why do they have workers then? What the heck? Okay. As far as I was aware, it was supposed to scale down, like, be a modifier on the productivity, but it looks like it's still running at full speed when this is relatively polluted. I thought the tooltip said it was supposed to slow down at, like, relatively proportional speed. Like, if the water content was only 50%, it was only supposed to work at 50% capacity. Alright, let's get explosives ramped up seriously now. I guess the duration got bumped up. This is a lot more polluted than it normally is. Good to see that the game can still threaten me. and that I haven't just won. What are we out of? Metal blocks? You can see that? Yeah. See if we can't purify these quicker by cycling the water faster. Yeah, that's kind of a... That's a lot of wood right there. A lot of wood. Like, I thought this was a lot of wood, but this is probably 10 times the amount of wood. Oh yeah, we're making like 100 a day now. Yeah. Explosives. Stonks. Oh, and this is all done. Nice. Okay. This changes things slightly. Alright, I'm gonna start wrapping it up for the day. I guess I have enough viewers to do a raid. Does anybody have any preferences? Is anybody else gonna start streaming soon? I can raid you guys.
we are currently watching our colony fall apart because I took a bet and lost that we weren't going to see bad water for one more cycle, and I was not prepared. But we are 1.5 days into a 3-day bad water cycle. The beavers are quickly-ish trying to build me some defenses over here, but it's not working. How is everybody doing today? Or this evening, I should say. We are in a world of hurt. We are watching the trees die. The good news is our food is protected. We did get the defense of here taken care of. It's just we didn't get enough built in time. Remember that food is not for you. It's cat food. I'm a cat. Yeah, I took a bet and lost. I started this colony on Monday, and first time I played through with bad water. But as you can see, this is gonna be bad. We are losing almost all of our trees. We're working on this. Did we finish over here? Why are you? What route are you taking, Mr. Beaver? Good point. Yeah, that is true. Okay, well, we're almost done at least with this one. What is this beaver doing? Oh, no. Do I have enough to unlock? Okay. Yes, I do. Build us some metal beds. Gonna need them. Put it there. Let me sneak in some up. You need to keep eating, drinking for their entire lifespan, but it won't work. They will keep eating and drinking for their entire lifespan, but they won't work. Unless you make it. Yeah, and I'm nowhere near even researching that for sure. So decontamination, I think that's, where is that, under science? That's where bots are. Hold on, I'll find it. Terraforming. It's gonna be the last place I look. That's how this always is. That's not deco. Which requires metal, and we're nowhere near metal.